Hi, welcome. I'm Summer. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're brand new, welcome. Please stay tuned. We have Suzanne Morphews, the case I've been going over. I went over part 1 last week, so if you want to look at that, you can go ahead and go on my channel and check it out. So we will start off. Recap. Suzanne was 49 years old. She was a mother of 2 daughters, married to Barry Morphew for 25 years, living in Colorado, and went missing May 10th, 2020, Mother's Day, on a bike ride. Now, Barry Morphew, her husband, had said that the last time he seen her was before he left for his job site trip, and he did not talk to her since then either. Part 1, I stopped with showing you cam videos and pictures of Barry Morphew after coming home from a job site.
Which way would that be? This way? Let me touch anything down there. These are all hers right here? Yeah. Have you got a plastic bag? Yeah. Or a paper bag?
Turns out, Barry did not need to be at this job site. There's been investigation on that, but I read that both Suzanne and Barry had other relationships, like boyfriend-girlfriend, so the fact may be, it may or not be important, but investigation into it says he had no permission to be working the weekend on that job site. And it's Mother's Day weekend. If they are together, why would you leave on Mother's Day weekend when it's supposed to be her day? Kind of weird. I don't know. I think it's weird, at least. When searching for Suzanne on the property and land close, they found the bike of Suzanne's, and police said it was placed by human hands. So it wasn't wrecked. It was placed there by somebody. Barry's response to the bike was, so she had been taken. More about the abduction. So through the whole search for Suzanne, Barry acted weird, almost like he was guilty. He commented on the wildlife, like cats taking her, maybe dragging her away, saying things about the abduction, saying that is probably why there is no remains of Suzanne, why they can't find her.
My daughter, she's at Barry's house.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, you can go down there.
Is it a crash?
I mean, the bike looked, the way it was laying, it kind of looked like it, but there's not really that much damage to the bike. That's the thing.
Lion?
Yeah, it was just like
Was there no lion? Mountain lion?
I didn't see.
There's also pictures of Barry going to different trashes, throwing away things, which kind of looks suspicious, but I know some people that they just don't want to pay for trash, so they go to the trash dump and pay $5 instead of the $25, $26. I find it a convenience to put my trash at the end of the driveway, but to each their own. So fast forward a year in looking for Suzanne, Barry Morphew was arrested and charged on 3 counts. Attempting to influence a public servant, tampering with evidence, and first-degree murder for Suzanne Morphew. And this was 2021. So there was proof Suzanne was having a 2-year affair. So did this happen because of that? Questions. Also evidence including scratches on Barry's arms and tranquilizer dart and needle found at the Morphew home. One was actually found in the dryer with the sheets of one of the daughters that was in college that had not been home yet. So questions there as well. Barry himself said he was using tranquilizer darts to shoot chipmunks. His phone pinged going very fast, like he was running through the house the day that Suzanne went missing. But he was going after chipmunks. I'm not a hunter, but who uses tranquilizer guns for animals if you're a hunter? What kind of game is that? 2022, he denied allegations and charges were dropped days before his trial.
For a long time, and we've decided that we finally want to break the silence.
This morning, just days before the second anniversary of her disappearance, the family of Suzanne Morphew is speaking out for the first time since the murder charges against her husband were dropped.
It's been an emotional roller coaster, but we feel like we can finally take our first steps in healing, which is a blessing. And yeah, we just know our dad better than anyone else, and we know he was not involved in our mom's disappearance.
But they can be refiled at a later date if new evidence is discovered. There was also unknown male DNA found in Suzanne's car and where the bike was found, and even on the bike itself. Now, I don't know if this DNA counts, honestly. My part 1 video, I did put in a cam video of one of the police officers finding her bike, and he, with his bare hands, grabbed it up, turned it all around, and then he had his hands on the handlebars. So that cop's DNA is going to be on it, and then whatever other cop or investigator, FBI, whoever, it's going to have their DNA on it as well. So I don't really think that they can use that as evidence. And I think this evidence for the DNA, I think that they started putting in the Arizona suspect, talking about how was this the Arizona suspect that did it. But did Barry just plant this DNA? Because if somebody's not in the system, they are not going to be easily found. You have to do a lot of investigating to try to figure out this suspect. Oh, Barry could have just put some random person's DNA around her stuff, trying to get them away from him. Suspect has been talked about, but nothing further has been done. I haven't seen anything more about it. So, Suzanne's remains were discovered 50 miles south from where she was reported missing, September 2023. Suzanne Morphew's death declared a homicide nearly 4 years after she was reported missing in Colorado. She had heavy sedatives and tranquilizers in her bones. She had no tissue on her. It's been 4 years, so she's been decomposed. It no longer has anything on her except for bones. These drugs are marketed as compounded injectable chemical immobilizer for wildlife, for sedation and immobilization. So this was in her bones. This means she could not move. She could not move from wherever she was at. So if Barry was chasing her in the house the day that she went missing and he shot her with one of these dart guns, she's not going to be able to move. So he could do whatever he wanted. And he could have made it to where she overdosed. She had a lot in her system. Chemical immobilizer for wildlife, for sedation and immobilization. So this was in her bones. This means she could not move. She could not move from wherever she was at. So if Barry was chasing her in the house the day that she went missing and he shot her with one of these dart guns, she's not going to be able to move. So he could do whatever he wanted. And he could have made it to where she overdosed. She had a lot in her system. Barry Morphew denies having anything to do with Suzanne's death. Is it really a coincidence that Barry has tranquilizers? What do you think? Will they refile and bring Barry back? There is new findings. I mean, they found her remains. And they did an autopsy and found all of these sedatives, these tranquilizers in her body. Suzanne, she had cancer, and she had treatments done for it. So was this financially straining their relationship as well? Or did he just figure out that she was in a 2-year relationship and he did not like it? I don't know. Hopefully we find out more. Hopefully there is more to come. And hopefully if Barry Morphew did do something, he just admits it. Or was it the Arizona suspect? I guess we just have to wait and figure out what happens. If you guys are still here, thanks for sticking around. Please let me know how you feel about it. If you know anything else, any more information, please let me know. I am bless the victims and the family. You guys be safe out there, okay? Don't talk to strangers.